Question number 12. Consider the following statements. The effect of the devaluation of a currency is that is necessarily. So again this devaluation means we have not devaluated our currency, but some of the countries are doing the devaluation, and since last I think it was not there in the news for last 1 year, but it was there, like China is projected as a currency manipulator. That means they are devaluing their currency in order to get some benefits. So it was sometimes in news, not with respect to India but with respect to another country called China, because United States of America has publicly claimed that China is a currency manipulator. Likewise, United States of America started blaming some other countries also as currency manipulator. So currency manipulator means they are manipulating the currency in such a manner that they will get the advantage in the external trade. So that is what the devaluation. Devaluation means there is a two concepts called depreciation and devaluation. So depreciation means it comes down with the market condition. Devaluation means you wantedly reduce the valuation of your currency, that is devaluation. But anyhow, that is not our issue. Okay, the effect of devaluation of currency. So what does it mean, the devaluation? Just I'll explain. See, $1 is equals to 75 rupees, just assume. Now, if India currency, if $1 has become 80 rupees, that means Indian currency is devalued by or depreciated by 5 rupees. Though the absolute value increases from 75 to 80, but the value of this Indian rupee has come down. Earlier, if you give 75 rupees, you will get $1. But now, if you want to get $1, now your rupee value has reduced. Our rupee value is, earlier it was 1 by 75th, but now it has become 1 by 80. That means it is reduced. It is reduced. 1 rupee is, at that point of time, your value is 1 by 75th. Now it has become 1 by 80. That means your value of currency has reduced. Value of currency reduced means the absolute value increases. Now I will come to the options. Yeah. Now what are the implications of the devaluation? Improve the competitiveness of domestic exports in the foreign markets. Increase the foreign value of the domestic currency. Improve the trade balance. See, increase the foreign value of domestic currency. Does really, if you devaluate your currency, does it really increases the value of your currency or reduces the value of currency? Now just you have seen $1 is equal to 75. Now $1 has become 80. Tomorrow $1 is become 100. That means in order to get the $1, earlier you used to pay only 75 rupees, but now you are paying 100, means your value has come down. To get to single $1, you are used to spend 75, but now it increased up to 100, means your rupee value is less. So the increase in foreign value of the domestic currency is something wrong. Then second statement is wrong, means wrong. B and C, D eliminate. Now you are only left with A and C. Competitiveness of the domestic exports in the foreign market improves the trade balance. I will come to this third statement. What is this trade balance? What is this trade balance? Trade account, you know. Trade account means trade account includes the exports and import of merchandise. So the export and import of merchandise. If you are exporting more, then what you are importing, then it will be a balance. If you are exporting less but importing more, then you will be negative. It will be in negative. Now I will ask a simple question. Does this currency value having any effect on exports or imports? The answer is yes, it will have an impact. So how it will have an impact? Now just I will explain. Suppose now I am an exporter. Now I am exporting, let it be some goods whose value is, let it be $100 in the external market. Now what I will do is, initially my rupee value is, my $1 is equal to 75, but now it has become 80. That means my value is devalued. So when it is 75, if I export $100 worth of goods, I used to get 7,500 rupees. But now because of depreciation, now I am getting 8,000 rupees. Now I am getting 8,000 rupees. But if I want to get the same 7,500 rupees at the devalued currency, then my product at the world market is not $100, but it is less than $100, just maybe it is 95 or 90. That means at a decreased value of Indian rupee, my product will become competent at the world market. That means my products become cheaper. Now I will be more competitive in the world market. So that means my products are so competitive, my exports will become competitive, and I can increase my exports in terms of volume. That in turn create the value. That in turn increases the value, but now I can do more and more exports because my exports are cheaper. Now there will be more demand for my products. Now whereas when it comes to the imports, just the same case. Now I am importing a worth of $100 of goods. Now I have to pay 7,500 rupees for that earlier, but because of the devalued, now I have to pay 8,000 rupees. That means now imports has become more costly. Imports have become more costly. I cannot do imports more because I have to pay more amount of money in order to fulfill my imports. So this is the effect of devaluation. If currency is devalued, exports competitiveness increases, the import cost will increases. So imports will become burden. So it will be very difficult for doing the import. Now I'll come to the question again. Improve the competitiveness of the domestic exports in the foreign market is correct. Now the point is improve the trade balance. Trade balance means exports must increase, imports must come down. Now I am asking a question. If you devalued your currency, you can do the more and more exports, and your imports may come down because your imports value, you need to pay more and more amount of money for importing. So that will be disincentivized to do more and more imports. That is why your import bill has come down, your export bill has gone up. Again I am giving an example. Just assume earlier I have exported 100 rupees worth of goods and I imported, let it be 70 rupees worth of imports. Now the point is, because of this devalued, my export competitiveness increased. Now I am doing an export of 150, but because of the decreased value of currency, my import bill has increased, and because of my import bill has increased, so I don't want to import it, so my import has come down to 50. Here the difference is 30 and here the difference is 100 rupees. That means my trade balance has become more favor. So now the answer is improves the trade balance. The trade balance may be improved. The trade balance may be improved from 30 to 100. But the point is, it's not necessary to do always like this. See, your export competitiveness is increased, but the point is, no one is interested to import your product. You are offering at a competitive rate, but no one is interested. What will you do? See, the import price has increased, the import cost has increased, but it is very essential. You have to import. Then your imports, because it is a very essential product, it may become 100 because you need to import it, which is very essential. For that you need to pay more amount of money, and it may not always lead to your exports. It may be a limited amount of exports. It may become 10. So that means you cannot always say that the improves the trade balance, but we can certainly say that it improves the competitiveness of the domestic exports. You cannot say like our exports will increase. You can't say exports increases. Competitiveness of exports may increase, but you can't say like our exports increases, imports come down, so we will come to the trade balance. This is a very it's not a correct statement to explain. So this is wrong and this is wrong and only one is correct. That means answer is option A. Option A.
Amrita IAS Academy.